Hello guys, welcome to Nita Crochet. My name is Anita. You can subscribe to my channel for gorgeous content. Today we are making this skater dress. I love how it turned out. I was just doing this freehand. I was requested to make this tutorial by Shanice. I think she's Shanique Thomas, and several people. I think this dress has been requested to be made by about 2 to 3 people via my Instagram DM, and I made that tutorial and I love that dress. So basically these are the materials we are going to need for this tutorial. 4.5mm hook, yarn, size 3 or size 4 is okay, scissors and tape measure. Let's get started. This is the yarn. Okay, so first of all I am going to make a slip knot, and I'll get my hook and insert the hook into my loop, and I'm going to chain 16. All right, so here is my 16 chains, and now I am going to be working into the third chain stitch from the hook. So into the third chain stitch I am going to work a half double crochet, and then I'll work 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. So I'm going to be working 1 half double crochet into every stitch until I get to the very last chain stitch, and that's where I'm going to meet you guys and then show you what to do. So right here I have 1 chain stitch left, so in there I am going to work 4 half double crochets. Now it is up to you guys whether to work a chain in between the half double crochets. If you feel like when working your next row it will be hard for you to find the center of the 4 double crochets or 4 half double crochets, then you can work a chain stitch in between. But me, I do not usually work that chain because it creates some sort of like gapping in my breast cup. So basically just work your 4 half double crochets in that stitch, and now in the next stitch, which is the opposite side of the foundation chains, we are going to be working 1 half double crochet into every stitch all the way going back down where we started, and that's where I'm going to meet you and then show you what to do. So just work 1 half double crochet into every stitch until you get to the end of the row, and then I'll get back and show you what to do. So here I am, and this is my very last stitch for this row. So this is what we have. This is the first row for my breast cup. Okay, now for the next row I am going to chain 2. For the next row I'm basically going to be working with half double crochets and double crochets. So for this row I'm going to be working 1 double crochet into every stitch. Okay, but it's up to you. I just wanted to switch my stitches up a little bit for my breast cup, but you can work with 1 stitch. But if one is working for size large, I would advise you just work with double crochets throughout. And if you're working for sizes small, you can maybe work with half double crochets throughout, but it's yarn consuming. And for sizes medium, you can just do exactly what I'm doing because I'm working for a size medium. Okay, so work your 1 double crochet into every stitch until you get to the center of the 4 double crochets or half double crochets that we worked on the previous row at the peak of our row. Okay, so here I am about to get to the center of the 4 double crochets, which is the next stitch after this right there. So in there I am going to work 4 double crochets. So right there, this is my 4th double crochet. Okay, now for the next stitches, I'm going to be working 1 double crochet into every stitch, going back all the way down to the end of the row. So let me let you guys work until the end of the row, then I'll get back and show you what to do. So here is what we have. Okay, now I am going to be working my next row, so I'll chain 2 and turn my work. I will work 1/2 double crochet into the very first stitch, and I'm going to continue with 1/2 double crochet into every stitch until I get to the center of the 4 double crochets that I worked at the peak on my previous row. So let me get you guys there. So into the center right there, I'm going to be working 4 half double crochets in the very same stitch. Okay, this is just more like to have this corner at the peak of our breast cup to keep it in that kind of shape. So work your 4 half double crochets in this very same stitch, and once you have them, we shall then work 1 half double crochet into every stitch until we get back all the way down at the end of our row. And I'm going to get back and just show you how to work the next row, then I'll let you guys work the rest on your own. So I'm at the end of my row, and to work the next row I'll chain 2, turn my work. And now for this row I'm going to be working with double crochets. So basically it's a series of half double crochets, then double crochets on the next row. So still the very same thing. I'm going to work my double crochets, 1 double crochet into every stitch until I get to the center of the 4 double crochets or half double crochets that I worked on the previous row at the peak of my breast cup. So let me get you guys there. So yes, I'm up here and this is the center, so I'm going to work 4 double crochets into this very same stitch. Okay, and then I will be working 1 double crochet into every stitch from here, going all the way down until the end of the row. So that's where I'm going to meet you. So here I am at the end of my row. I have 4 rows in total. I'm just going to add 2 more rows following exactly what we have been doing. You can add any more number of rows you want to add, but also I want to add a little mesh. So let me get back. So I have my 2 rows complete. In total I have 6 rows, and to add the little mesh that I talked about, I'm going to chain 4 and turn my work, skip 2 stitches. Into the 3rd stitch I'm going to work a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch. All right, so basically I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm doing this because I have the body of my dress being a mesh stitch. Sorry about that. I have a 2-month-old baby and I keep doing these tutorials with her, so you'll be getting that kind of noise, not so often, but at least once in a while. So yes, I'm going to be working this until I get to the top. Okay, I'm not going to like be fast here because I want you guys to see each and every step for this mesh so that we don't make any mistakes. So I'm just going to continue doing this until I get to the center at the peak. Okay, the center of the peak right there. I have so here I will chain one. Now into the center of the peak right there, I'm going to work my 1 double crochet and then chain one, and again into that very same stitch I work a double crochet. All right, now I'm going to chain one and then skip one, work a double crochet into the next stitch, and I'm going to now keep doing this until I get all the way down to the end of my breast cup or row. Okay, so let me meet you guys there. So I'm right here at the end of the row and I'm working my very last stitch, just like that. So to work my next row, I'm going to chain 4, turn my work. The 3 of the chains act as a stitch, so I'll chain one, I'll skip one and then work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain one, skip one, work a double crochet in the next, and I'm going to keep doing this until I get to the peak. So let me get you guys there. I'm just going to work this a little slow so I show you how working the peak is going to have some sort of like difference, because the number of stitches now have like changed. So I'm about to get to the peak and I'm going to chain one, double crochet, work a double crochet. Now this is the peak, all right? But now I haven't gotten to the center of it, so I'll work my double crochet there. And now the center is the chain one in between the V at the peak, okay? So in there, I'm going to work a double crochet, then chain one, work a double crochet again in that very same stitch, which is the chain one in between the V, okay? And then I'll work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now from here, I'm going to resume the chain one, skip one, work one double crochet into the next stitch, okay? So I'm going to do this all the way down, and then I'm going to get back and show you how to work the border of the border or the edge of this breast cup. So I'll work my very last stitch for this row, and you can see my breast cup is actually still in shape because I didn't miss out any stitches, okay? And this is how yours should be. So you can work either more rows of the mesh if you want, if you still need to meet the width of your bust or something, but if this fits well, then you can now start working the border like I am going to do. So to work the border design, we are going to chain 2 and then turn our work. And I'm going to work a double crochet into the very first stitch. Then I'll skip 1, 2, 3, I'll skip 2 stitches, then work a single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 2, work a double crochet in that very same stitch. And then skip 1, then into the next stitch you work a single crochet. Chain 2, work 1 double crochet into that very same stitch, skip 1, work a single crochet into the next stitch. So you're going to do this all the way until you get to the top of your breast cup. That's where I'm going to meet you guys, then show you how to work your strap. So I'm almost at the top of my breast cup. And this should be the very last one before I get to working my strap. So I'll chain 2, work my double crochet, work a single crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, work a double crochet into this stitch. Now I'm going to skip 2, and that will land me in the center of the V at the top of my breast cup. All right, so I'll put my single crochet in there, and now you see what I have. So from here I'm going to start working the chains for my strap. So I'm going to chain 65. That is long enough for me for the strap I want, which is done, that is going to run all the way to the back of my neck. So just work any number of chains that you want for your strap, and then I'm going to get back and show you how to like secure your strap so it is thick enough, and then we can continue working on the other side of the breast cup. So once you have the number of stitches that you need, you are going to work a slip stitch into the second chain stitch from the hook, and then work a slip stitch into the next chain stitch, and we are going to keep working one slip stitch into every stitch or chain stitch that we have worked for our strap. Okay, so this is to get us all the way back to the peak of our breast cup, and also to strengthen your strap. So we are going to do this until we get back right there. So I'm going to meet you there. Now once here, as you can see, I have worked all my slip stitches. I'm going to get into the center of my the center of the peak of my breast cup and work a single crochet. Then I'll chain 2, work a double crochet into this very same stitch right there in the center. I'll work a double crochet. And now, just like I did on the other side, I'm going to skip 2 stitches, then work a single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 2, work a double crochet into that very same stitch, skip 1, work a single crochet in the next. So I'm going to let you guys do this repeatedly until you get to the end of your row. Then I'll meet you guys there and tell you what to do next. So right at the end, and this is how my breast cup looks like. So you're going to follow the very same steps from start to finish to work your second breast cup. Here they are, 2 of them. So let me show you how to start working the body of our dress. So at the end of your breast cup, okay, right there, we are going to be working at the bottom of the breast cup. So we chain 1 and then work a single crochet into the very first stitch, and I'm going to be working 2 single crochets for every double crochet post, okay, along the bottom of the edge or the bottom of the breast cup. All right, so we are going to keep working 2 single crochets into every double crochet post and 1 single crochet into every 1 half double crochet post. Okay, I hope I am clear. 2 single crochets for every double crochet post, and then 1 single crochet for every half double crochet post. So we just do this repeatedly until we get to the end of the edge of the breast cup. Then I'm going to get back and show you how to join the other breast cup onto this. So right here, almost at the end of my the end of the breast cup. So I'll work my single crochets, and now where I have to put my last single crochet is right there for this breast cup. So I'll work the single crochet, and then I'll grab my second breast cup and into the very first stitch right there I'll insert my hook and work my first single crochet for this breast cup. So basically I have joined the two breast cups together, and I'm going to do exactly what I've done for the previous breast cup, working 2 single crochets for every double crochet post and 1 single crochet for every 1/2 double crochet post. I keep saying 1/2 double crochet post, but for every half double crochet post I work 1 single crochet, and for every double crochet post I'm working 2 single crochets. So do this repeatedly until you get to the end of this breast cup as well. Then I'm going to get back so we can start working on the body of our dress. So I'm right here almost at the end of my breast cup, and this should be my very last stitch. Now you see what we have, the two are joined together. Okay, so I am going to chain 4 and turn my work, and I'm going to work 1 double crochet into the third stitch from the hook. Okay, so chain 1, skip 1, work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So you are going to do this repeatedly until you get to the other end of the breast cup on the other side. All right. So I'm going to let you guys work this until you get to the end. I'm just going to get back and show you how mine looks like. So here we are. I have come to the end of my row, and that's what I have. So to work my second row, I am going to do the very same thing I have done. I will chain 4 and turn my work. I'll skip 1 and work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch. Just continue doing this until you get to the end of your row. So you're going to do this for a number of rows. Let me just work up mine and then get back and tell you how many rows I worked. So you can do the very same thing, and then I'll show you how to work the next rows after that. So I have 7 rows for my underbust, right from the first row I worked, which is under the breast cups. Okay, below the breast cups I have 7 rows from there, so you can work the very same number of rows. From here I'm going to be working a little bit of increment because I want now to also have the back piece of the dress joined on this. Okay, I don't know how to explain that, but let me show you how. I am working a multicolor dress, so I'll be attaching my yarn along the way. If you're working in one color or a plain color, you may not need to do this, but for those of you that are working a striped dress like I did, you can then have to change colors. So I'm going to chain 4. Remember, I have to have an increment, so I'll chain 4, and I'm going to work a double crochet into the very first stitch. This will create some kind of V, which is more like the increment I am looking for. Then I'm going to chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch. This is what we have been doing all throughout, so I'm going to let you guys now work this row until you get to the other side or the end of it, and then I'll get back and show you how to end your row. Now I'm right here at the end of my row, and I have to make sure I end it the way I started it. So I'll chain 1 into the very same stitch, which is the last stitch. I will work a double crochet. So I have a V that started the row and a V that ended the row, so I have an increase on both sides. Now to work the next row, still I need that increment, but also to join the two ends together, creating some sort of like waistline for my for the bottom of my dress. So I'm going to chain 4, turn my work a double crochet into the very first stitch, and then I'll chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next, and I'm going to continue doing this until I get to the other side of the row, the end of the row. That's where I'm going to meet you guys and then show you how to end the row, okay? So I'm right here at the end of my row, and I'm going to chain 1, work a double crochet still in the very last stitch, just so I have an increment on this side as well. Now to have my waistline, I am going to need to work chains that are equivalent to the width of my waist or halfway the width of my waist, okay? So I must make sure that from this end to the other end, when joined together, I have the width of my waist, okay? So let me measure this and then show you what I am trying to mean. So from here up to there, I have 14 inches of width, okay? Also keep in mind that you must make a width that is in position to like go through your hips or go through your shoulders if you're going to have the dress pass up and not pass down when putting it on. Okay, so I'm going to work a number of chains. I'm not going to tell you the number of chains because you may make a mistake and tell me, Anita, my dress didn't fit or something. Please take your measurements and make sure that the stitches you work from here or the chain stitches you work from here are in position to fit your waist and also go through either your hips or your shoulders given where the dress is going to pass, okay? Also, don't be worried about having the dress or the waistline a little bit like loose or something, because it's going to have a drawstring at the back which will give us that very good fit, okay? So here I am working my chains. I'm going to get back and show you what to do. And once I have that number of chains that I need, I'm going to get the other end and work a slip stitch into the third chain stitch of the 4 chains that started this row, okay? So I have closed my work up. I have a waistline, and now I'm going to be working the body of the dress, or the lower body of the dress, okay? So I'm going to chain 4 and turn my work. Also, what I had not mentioned, you must make sure that the number of chains that you have is an odd number, not an even number, okay? Not numbers like 16, 18, not numbers that are divisible by 2. It must be a number that is not divisible by 2, okay? For example, 21 chains, for example, 31 chains, or 41, or something like that, okay? So chain 4, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next. Just do this for all the chain stitches that you worked until you get to the mesh that we have already been working for the dress, okay? Just keep doing this until you get right there at the mesh. That's where I'll meet you. So I'm right here at the end of the mesh, and I'm just going to like resume with exactly what I was doing, and I'll chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in there into that stitch, chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next stitch, and I'm going to continue doing this all the way around. I'll keep doing this all the way around until I get to the end of my row, okay, which is right there, and then work a slip stitch in there. So I'll get back and show you what to do. So right here I'm going to chain 1 and work a slip stitch into the third chain stitch of the 4 that started this row. So I've come to the end of my first row for the lower bit of my dress, and this is how it looks like. You can see the increment on the sides actually is popping. Let me attach my next curl of yarn and meet you guys on the next row. So I'm going to chain 4 and I'll turn my work. I'll skip 1 stitch and then work a double crochet into the next stitch. And here I am going to chain 1, work a double crochet into skip 1, work a double crochet in the next stitch right there, chain 1, into this very same stitch I'm going to work a double crochet. This is more like to give me that increment that I am looking for to create the round or skater dress effect, okay? So chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next stitch, just like that, okay? And now chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, into this very same stitch I am going to work a double crochet just like I did right here. So I'm going to work a double crochet into this very same stitch. This is to give me that increment, okay? Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch, and in this very same stitch I'm going to chain 1 and work a second double crochet in there. So you can see I am having 2 chain gaps before the next increase, 2 chain gaps and then an increase. So that's what we are going to keep doing repeatedly all the way around. Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet, then chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch, and again chain 1, a double crochet in that very same stitch. As you can see, now I'm going to chain 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch, and then chain 1, work a double crochet in this very same stitch. So I'm just going to keep doing this repeatedly all the way around, and then I'm going to get back and show you what I have. So I'm right at the end of my row, and I worked a slip stitch into the third chain stitch of the 4 that started the row. As you can see, this is how it looks like, and the increment is already showing, so it's going to give us that sort of like flare, you know, effect, or skater effect. I don't know what kind of design this should be called, either skater or round or flare, not sure, but whichever it is. Yes, so for the next row I am going to chain 4 and turn my work. I'm going to work one double I'm going to skip one stitch and then work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next. Yes, so chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch. I'm going to be working one row of increase, then the next should be a normal row. So this is a normal row. I'll just make a few changes ahead, but yes, this is going to be a normal row, no increments whatsoever. So I'm just going to have you guys work this row on your own until you get to the end of it. Just keep working one double crochet, then chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch. Do this all the way around for all the stitches until you get back right here. Then chain 1, work a slip stitch into the third chain stitch that started the row. So I'm right here at the end of my row, and this is how my work looks like. So for the next row I am going to chain 4. Okay, please make sure you turn your work. Now for this row I am going to be working an increment after 3 chain gaps. So into this very first stitch I am going to work a double crochet. So I have my first increment. Okay, I'm going to chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch. And now here I'm going to chain 1 and work a double crochet into this very same stitch. Like I said, for this row we are going to have 3 chain gaps before the next increase. Okay, as you can see I have 3 chain gaps. So chain 1, work a double crochet, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, a double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1. Now this is where I'm going to have the increment, so I will work 1 double crochet, chain 1, and again another double crochet into this very same stitch. All right, so let's do this once again. You see what we have? We have a V here and a V after 3 chain gaps. So I'm going to chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, a double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next. And in here is where I'm going to have that increment, so I'll chain 1, work another double crochet into this very same stitch. So basically this is what you have to follow all throughout the whole entire row. Okay, making sure that you're having that increment after 3 chain gaps. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go through this all the way around for the whole entire row, then I'm going to get back and show you how to work the next row. So here I am at the end of my row, and this is what I have so far. So I'm going to take you through the next row, and then I'll just explain how you should work the next rows after this one. So we are going to chain 4 from here, and remember to turn your work. Okay, so if you see, I worked one normal row after the row of increase, so also this is going to be a normal row, no increases whatsoever. So we shall chain 4, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch, and then chain 1, skip 1, work 1 double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next, and just keep doing this all the way around this row until you get to the end. And once at the end, you're going to work a slip stitch into the 3rd chain stitch of the 4 that started the row. Okay, and also you are going to work another row of this very same nature. It should be a normal row. Okay, so basically we are going to be having 2 normal rows and then a row of increase. So see here, I have worked my 2nd normal row. Okay, so I have 2 normal rows, and if you remember, this was the row of increase right there. Now for this row, I am going to work an increment on this row. If you remember previously, we were working an increase after 3 chain gaps. So this time it's going to be after 4 chain gaps. So we chain 4, turn our work a double crochet into this very first stitch right there. And now I am going to chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, work 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, so far those are 3 chain gaps, and we need 4 chain gaps. So chain 1, skip 1, work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and into this very same stitch we shall have an increase, so we shall work a chain and then a double crochet into this very same stitch. So there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4 chain gaps. Now here we are going to chain 1, skip 1, work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch, and then chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch. And in here we are going to work that increase, so we chain 1, work a double crochet into this very same stitch. So we have 4 chain gaps. Okay, so you are going to do this all the way around for this whole entire row, and then for the next 2 rows you are going to work 2 normal rows of just the mesh stitch, no increments whatsoever. Okay, then I'll just have 1 more row of an increase. After that I'm going to be just working normal rows of the mesh. Okay, so I'm going to get back after I have my 2 normal rows complete, and then that 1 row of an increase. Okay, that's where I'm going to meet you guys and just explain what to do next before I get back and now just work the finishing on the back piece. So just do this until the end of the row. Work a slip stitch into the 3rd chain stitch that started the row. Okay, and then work 2 normal rows from here. All right, then 1 row of an increase. That means that 1 row of an increase will have an increase after 5 chain gaps. Okay, so you just keep changing the number of chain gaps for every increment. All right, so I have worked my way around the dress and I have all those rows complete like I had said. Okay, as you can see right here, I have the increment right there. My last row of an increase where I left you guys, I had 4 chain gaps before an increase. then I worked 2 normal rows, and now I have an increase here, then 1 2 3 4 5 chain gaps before the next increase right there. So from here I'm just going to be working normal rows of just the mesh stitch until I have the length of the dress that I desire. So I have about 4 or 5 increments, I think. Yeah, there are 5. No, there are 4. There are 4, sorry. Oh yeah. There are 5 rows of an increase. So from here just be working normal rows of just the mesh stitch until you have the length of the dress that you require. If you want to go more and more wider, the more increments you make, the more wider the dress is going to be. So please make sure you don't work so many increments, okay? So let me meet you guys once I have my whole entire dress length that I want. Then I can show you how to finish off the back, and then we have this tutorial done. So as you can see, I have the length of the dress that I want, and this is how my work looks like. All right, so this is where my dress ends, and now this is the back of it. Okay, so I want you guys to see right here, we don't have any closure so far, so I want to work a closure for the back so that it gives us that sort of like. So I'm going to get my yarn and find a point just under, right under the breast cups, which is like the under bust, and I'm going to insert my hook in there. Then I'll yarn over, pull through my yarn, and here I'm going to work 4 chains. And once I have 4 chains, 3 of the chains act as a stitch. So I'm going to yarn over and work a double crochet into the bottom of this double crochet post, then chain 1, work a double crochet at the bottom of the next double crochet post. I hope this is very clear. Remember, I am working on the edges of my underbust, of the underbust that I worked for the dress, okay? So I'm just working along the edge, and then I'll go all the way to the back of the waist and then come through from the edge on the other side. So still I'm going to be doing the very same thing, chaining 1 and then working a double crochet into the bottom of the next double crochet post right there. So I'm going to do this until I get to the corner where I had the foundation chains for my waistline. That's where I'm going to meet you guys and then show you how to maneuver that corner. So if you remember clearly, this was the first row of increase, and this next here is the second row, then the double crochet of the waist. So I'm going to stitch this together. So I'll chain 1, then into this post I'll work an incomplete double crochet, then skip that, go to the bottom of the next double crochet post, work an incomplete double crochet, and I'll skip 1 stitch, go into that stitch and work an incomplete double crochet. Then I'll yarn over, pull through all 3. So basically this is more like 3 double crochets together. I don't know, it would be the cluster stitch, or I'm not sure, but yes, we had that at the corner, and that's what I'm going to do for the other corner on the other side as well. So from here to work along the waistline, I'm going to be chaining 1, skipping 1, working a double crochet into every stitch just like it is until I get to this corner right here. Then I will get back and you guys will see how to maneuver that corner as well. So you see here I have 1 stitch there, and then the row of the increment. Okay, so I have to work 3 double crochets together for these 3 stitches right there. So I'll chain 1, work a double crochet in here, then chain one. Now into this stitch right here, I'm going to work an incomplete double crochet, and then yarn over into the next stitch. I will work an incomplete double crochet, then at the top of the next double crochet post still I'll work an incomplete double crochet, then yarn over, pull through all. Now from here I'm going to be chaining one, working a double crochet into the top of the next double crochet post, and I'm going to do this all the way up to my underbust, and that's where I'm going to meet you guys, then show you what to do. So do you see what I have? Okay, so this is how the back of my dress looks like. And now through this mesh all around right here is where I'm going to be passing the drawstring, which is going to like be fastened at the back. So just to give my back a little finishing, I am going to work single crochets along this whole entire edge. Okay, so I'll chain one, turn my work, I'll work a single crochet into the very first stitch, and then I'll work a single crochet into this chain one space, and then a single crochet in the next stitch. So I'm just going to keep doing this all the way around for all the stitches along this edge, and then I'll have my drawstring pass through the previous row that I worked, then we can fasten it at the back. So let me just get back and show you how it looks like at the back and how it turned out. I hope you love your dress and you love the outcome of it. I hope you guys love this dress like I do. So we have come to the end of the tutorial. I hope you love the outcome of your dress, and I hope you got the results that I got. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Please endeavor to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, join my Facebook group. Also, my coffee shop has very beautiful patterns, and my Etsy. Please do support me, okay? So this is the back of the dress. I love how it turned out. I added a drawstring right there for fastening, and it did the magic. Let me see you in my next tutorial. Bye.